Oh my god, guys, this weekend I have to look after my sister. She's so annoying. I can't put up with her, and I don't know why people say I take after her.
Really? I thought you got on with each other. Anyways, I have always believed that she was a considerate and laid-back person.
No, she feigns and compels people into thinking she's a grown up, but then she turns out to be mean and bitter on the inside.
Well, you have to keep in mind she's still in the process of aging. Either way, you should stay sharp and put your foot down so she doesn't walk all over you.
I agree with you, Lou. You must remember this is only a facet of childhood. She will certainly shift and evolve her way of behaving in the future.
Yes, all siblings go through up and downs during their relationship. Nonetheless, you should still back her up against all odds as a devoted older sibling.
Talking about family, I'm currently living with my grandmother. Even though we're supposed to have an unbreakable bonding, I find her extremely arrogant. She behaves aloof and distant every time we talk about topics she doesn't agree with.
Really, I always look up to my grandmother. She's so fun-loving and content. I wouldn't get your point of view. Probably this is because I've always maintained a faithful relationship with her.
You're lucky. I also have trouble relating with my grandmother. I understand she's in the ripe old age, but she's very close-minded. And as she's extremely obstinate, she won't change it no matter what.
Really? I'm very thankful for my grandmother. For an old woman, she keeps a down-to-earth attitude and a free and easy vibe, always seeing the best in people and holding an iron will to achieve all her goals.
Well, I personally admire my grandma because of her strength and perseverance. When she was a kid, she had to suffer the hardships of life because of her family poverty striking an unwavering situation. Anyway, she always puts on a brave face in every hard situation she faces throughout her life.
Well, my relationship with grandma wasn't always so intense, but since the beginning of the quarantine, she seems uptight and anxious.
You can't blame her, though. Since the unfolding of the coronavirus and the beginning of this long-lasting quarantine, everyone's been facing plenty of shortcomings.
Oh yes, I agree. I'm not enjoying this quarantine at all. My reverend neighbors have been going out without a headscarf and picking quarrels all day long with the rest of the neighborhood.
Oh, that's terrible. You should avenge their bad attitude and recount the events to the police.
I condone with you, Sophie, but I sustain the idea that if you sue them, they will have a feeling of resentment towards you. So instead of fighting or shunning the circumstances, you should talk to them and give them insight into what they did and redress the situation.
I don't think it's a good idea to talk to them. I'm an unprejudiced person, but he doesn't seem to be an easygoing man, and I think he won't bat an eyelid, no matter what I say. I may speak to the authorities, so they do something about it.
Whoa, that's terrible. Luckily, my relatives didn't react that way. They act more pensive and melancholic. They are always saying that they miss my family and their friends.
Yeah, living in an ever-changing society, people these days do what they want without thinking about consequences. Today my mother told me she saw a woman in the supermarket taking more assets than her fair share, leaving other people without resources.
I saw the same thing. People during this quarantine have got all the time in the world for doing productive things in their homes and taking up with their family, but they prefer to go outside and take their own measures.
I thought this awful situation was going to make our society more introspective and thoughtful with their actions, but now it portrays the opposite.
I couldn't agree more with you, Mika. By the way, how are you guys facing this quarantine stuff?
Well, I have bad news. You know, me and my boyfriend Eric have a long-distance relationship, right? And, well, with this coronavirus, we won't be able to see each other for plenty of time, so we decided to split up for the best of both.
But you love each other. This doesn't make any sense. You will be able to see him in a few months.
You left me with my mouth open. What Lou says is true. I don't think no one should fall out or break up with someone because of quarantine.
They are right, Sophie. Anyway, I have always thought it was not for you. He took himself too seriously. Actually, I have never seen him smiling.
I guess you're right, Palo. I need someone with a funnier personality. Thank you for the advice, girls.
I'm sorry, girls, but my dad is calling me to have dinner. I'll call you later.
Yeah, same. Love you.
See See ya, girls.
Bye.